Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren and welcome to Plants and Things. In today's video, we are kind of doing sort of a part 2 to the first underrated plants video. You guys really liked that video and I enjoyed putting it together, but this time is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to limit it to only plants in my collection, and that's just because as I was researching which plants I wanted to include, there's a lot of plants I don't have that I feel like I should have that would be good to mention in this video. So can you sit still just for a minute? Just for a second. You are making me hot though, so if you want to move, I wouldn't mind. Okay, just relax. Just relax. Okay, go ahead, because you're killing me. You're making me hot and I don't want to sweat. Okay, so that's what we're talking about in today's video, and I just chose this topic because I know we love our philodendrons, our aeroids, our anthuriums and all that stuff, which I love as well, but sometimes we get enough of them and we need something a little different. And I know for me personally, I can get a little bored in my plant hobby just because if you have a lot of a certain type of plant, you learn how it grows. If you see an issue with it, you learn kind of how to read the plant and figure out what it needs to fix whatever the problem is. And then it's kind of we don't really need you anymore. They're all good. They're flourishing. Now what? So yeah, I just was I like to, is what I'm trying to say, look for something a little different so every once in a while to kind of step into and learn about, what other plant can I learn how to grow, that's going to be a little bit more different experience than what I have. So that is kind of how this video came to fruition. So before we get started, I had to remind you guys that we are going to be starting our giveaway once we hit 1K subscribers. So if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. If you already subscribed, send it to your friend, your friend's friend, your mom, your mom's mom, and let everyone know to subscribe so that we can hit that 1K. We're so freaking close. we're so close. So, and I'm really excited. So I want to do this giveaway for you guys. So please let everybody know, text everybody forward, subscribe to this channel so we can get this giveaway started for you guys. So now let's get into these plants. So the first type of plants we're going to be talking about are Caudex plants. And Caudex plants are those plants that if you've ever seen, they kind of have a round chestnut or kind of nut lunky trunk, it's a round trunk where the leaves grow out of. I'm going to be inserting pictures obviously, of course, but just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, these type of plants here, they grow from this trunk and it has these kind of funny looking leaves and vines as they grow, and they just look interesting. So first example is here up on the screen, the Sinningia Leucotricha, and this one's cool. It's a little different from the erecta, I believe, because the leaves seem a little bit larger and veiny, which is interesting to me because I love large leaves too. I'm not really a small leaf girl. I've just kind of been getting into the hoys with the small leaves, but this is cool if you're looking for something like this but you don't really want the little leaves. The Kawasaki is pretty cool. And if you don't follow Lithius Roots Ready, he has a Stephania, I don't know which one it is, but he just talked about it in his latest video, and those leaves are huge too. So go check out his channel if you're interested in one that has larger leaves. He has a nice one. The next one up here is the Suberosa. I like this one because they have it vining, and you see how big that Caudex is. It adds interest to it, the way it looks, and then they have it up on the trellis, round like that. It's really pretty. I really like that. So that's why I picked this one out. And so what I believe from my limited knowledge of these type of plants is that Caudex holds water for the plant, so it can go through long drought periods because of the water that it holds in the base of the plant, and the roots are at the bottom under the soil. So that's a cool one. I really like that one. And the next one is one that's more common that you may see. I believe this is the ponytail palm. So there's the cat palm, the ponytail palm. There's all these types of palm plants, sago palm. These are all Caudex plants that have this trunk that holds water. The money tree, is the money tree a Caudex plant? I don't know. I'd have to look that up. If it is, I'll insert a picture of mine, my mom's. It's beautiful. And then I do have one to show you guys as well. So I recently picked up this plant here, the Diune Adul, which is so cute. And I did talk about this in my wishlist plant video, so I did get it. I was so happy. So this is what I meant, this kind of like chestnut looking trunk, caudex is what they call it. And that is where the stem grows from. So there's roots under this part that hold it into the ground, that takes up the nutrients. But yeah, I just think this is so cute. So I probably will insert a picture of what it looks like more mature, so you can see it kind of gets this nice S shape like pattern. Oh, thought I saw a spider, like a real spider, not a spider mite. Okay, no. Oh, I didn't realize it's bent. Unless it's trying to start its little S shape. So I picked these type of plants because I have no idea what it's gonna look like when it grows a new leaf, what it's gonna do. Like, I don't have any idea. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be a nice project to kind of learn as I go along. Okay, what does this plant need? Like this, I believe this yellowed after I got it. So I don't know if I didn't water it enough, but I'm gonna find out and figure it out as I grow it and do a little more research. I like that this person, when I purchased this, they gave me two. Like it has two coming out instead of just one, because usually you just see them with one coming out. So I just think it's really cute, and it's gonna be a mystery to learn how to grow it. If you guys have one of these Diune Aduls, let me know in the comments below like how you're growing yours. I did get this off of Etsy, I believe. So when you're searching for this plant, you do want to be careful because there are a lot of, they call them, the description will say like Diune Adul palm plant, and it's not really the Diune Adul. It's a palm plant that looks like this, but it grows in a rosette pattern. So you have to be careful when you're searching it to make sure it's actually the Diune Adul. Read the description, because I came across that a lot as I was looking for this plant, that there was a lot of Diune Adul adjacent plants. They weren't actually Diune Aduls. They were like sago palms and stuff like that, or I don't remember what they were calling it, but it was something like this. And I was like, but that's not what I want. So yeah, just be careful when you're looking for it, that it's actually the plant that you're ordering that you want. So that's the first type of plants, the Caudex plants. So the next group of plants are prayer plants, and these are super common. You can find them in any nursery, grocery store. I never was into them only because of how much I hear people complain about taking care of them, but I just was the one saying that I was bored taking care of the other one. So this is going to be interesting if I get me one of these. I don't have one yet, but I'm going to show you the one that I want. So under prayer plants is the whole umbrella of Caletheas, Marantas, Stromanthus. So the first one here, the Mosaica or Network Mosaica, I'm not sure which one is the correct name, but that one I've seen plenty of times. It has a nice detailed pattern, beautiful. Orbifolia is the one that I've had my eye on because I like the wide paddly leaves. So if you like something wide, paddly, kind of majestic like, the Orbifolia is nice for that. It really is. But the one that I really want, hold on. Okay, here we go. The one that I really want is the Maranta Silver Band. The texture, the color, like how it fades from the lime green, silver, dark green back to light green. Like it's a whole pattern on here, and it's really, really pretty. So Marantas will for sure be a challenge for me. If I'm looking for a challenge, if you're looking for a challenge and you don't have a Maranta yet, I hear they're picky. I hear they are picky. They like to crisp up. And so, but it's really beautiful. So if I'm gonna dip my toe into prayer plants, I think it's definitely gonna be for the Maranta Silver Band, or the other one on here, hold up, Warsawitzkii. Now this one, I really love this one because it reminds me of the Dieffenbachia. Y'all know I love my Dieffenbachia, my what is it called, camouflage, and it gives me this same kind of idea, but velvet version, you know what I mean? Because it has that dark green on the out, light on the end with the lime green veining, and then it has the long paddly leaves, kind of like the Dieffenbachia. Now I've seen this also on Etsy for not a bad price at all. However, of course it's small, you know, it's not tiny, but it's small. It's not giving this here, like this large one here, but it's definitely a nice size. So I don't know why I haven't pulled the trigger yet, but that one is fire. And then there's some other ones that we've seen before, the lemon lime, which I really like. Now, so this girl, she probably has several. These are not all the same, obviously. The one on her lap, I believe, is the lemon lime. And that's the one that I really like. And I had never, at first I had never seen it like kind of trailing down like that. So once I seen it like that, I was like, maybe I do like this plant. So there's a lot of different options here. We didn't even get to the Stromanthe. There's the Stromanthe Trio Star, which is really nice. It has the 3 colors with the pink. Excuse me. Then there's the Calathea White Fusion, which is really nice. If you like white variegation in the plant, that's it, because that's like a stark white variegation in the plant, which is really pretty. So again, if you want a little bit of a challenge, and they just come in such vibrant patterns and colors, you know, like very vibrant, way more vibrant and colorful than what we're used to with like philodendrons and things. Syngoniums come in a lot of colors too, but these are different. These are different. Even this white star here one, I don't think I talked about that one yet. The nice stripes there. It's not my cup of tea, this white stripe one, but I'm sure somebody would really like that one. So that is the prayer plants. So these next group of plants is Rhipsalis, and I'm actually really disappointed that I did not pick up one in time for this video. I was looking for one, but the way that they're sold, at least what I've seen on Etsy, they're sold as cuttings. Not often are they sold as full plants. And I didn't really want cuttings because I don't have any experience with Rhipsalis. But the one that I really want, that I'm about to throw up here on the screen right now, is the red Rhipsalis. I don't know if that's the correct name, but that's what it's been coming up as on Etsy. And look at it. Just look at it. Look at this second picture though, how red, like magenta it can be. Like, it's gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. So you'll see in this third picture here, it kind of starts off green, but then as it gets more and more light, that's when you start to get that color coming through. So I'm still gonna look for that. I'm still gonna look for that because I really do want that. Especially that can be hanging in the sunroom looking so pretty, giving a pop of color, you know what I mean? There's a lot of light that comes in there. So that's the first type of Rhipsalis. The next is the Pilocarpa. I picked this one because I like that it has the little white tips on the ends, and it has this fuzzy vibe. I like any type of like stick trailing looking type plants. I just think they're interesting. They always catch my eye. But again, when you purchase them, at least from what I have seen, it's hard to find them and as a full basket for a decent price. Once you get to a full basket, you talking, you know, you up into the $70-$80, and I wasn't really ready for that at that time. So the ones that are a bit more reasonable are like one stick. Like when I say one stick, I mean like one vine with the sticks, but it's just one vine, you know? So that's why I haven't bought one yet, but I do like them and I do still want one. And the last one here, the Bacifera, that's the one I feel like we see the most common, and I do like that one as well. It's not my favorite, but I think it's cool looking. I definitely want that other one though, that, what is it called? Pilocarpa. I want that one for sure. The next group of plants is Peperomias, and I'm not gonna hold you, I don't care for Peperomias, but this is one thing. With each type of genus or plant family, like the ones that we see are the most common ones, right? And those are the ones that are most accessible, but there are like 50, hundreds different types of each type of plant, you know? So if you're looking to spice up your plant life, you know, look for something a little different, have a different growing experience, you kind of have to do the research into the family of plants that you're interested in and see if you can find something in that group, you know, like challenge yourself to see like, okay, I don't really care if these Peperomias, but is there something that I do like? And so that's kind of what I did with the Peperomias. I did have one initially. I don't think I have any pictures of it anymore. It was the baby rubber tree, the variegated baby rubber tree, which kind of looks like a baby Taneki, but not really. And it was just so boring for me. It was boring. It grew kind of slow. Maybe that was my fault. I just wasn't wowed by it. But then I saw the Peperomia Hope, and that I love orange petioles with green leaves. I love that combination. So I first saw it at the Longwood Gardens Botanical Garden. So if I have a clip, I'll put it up on the screen here. Seeing that full trailing pot of the Peperomia Hope, I was like, I need that. Like, it is so cute. And that just reminds me, there's a plant that I forgot to include in this. I'll include it at the end, but because it's similar, it gives me the same vibe. And it's just so gorgeous. So I've been trying to kind of like look out for them. They do have them on Etsy for about $30 for a full pot. Again, at the time, I wasn't really trying to spend $30. So I want plants, but I have to want to spend the money on it at that time. You know what I'm saying? So not that that's expensive or anything. I just wasn't willing to pay the money at that time for it. So I would just kind of wait around for Wish Wednesday to see if, anyone was willing to give away a part of their plant. And so I did get like 2 parts of a plant of a Peperomia Hope. So I'll show you what I got. And actually, I think I got this on my trade event. I don't think I got this one I got this one at a trade event, and I got another little piece from a why is my nose itching so much, from Wish Wednesday. So this here is my little piece that I got. All of this grew since I got it, and I'm gonna have to get another plant, because I can't wait for this to become I cannot wait for this to become something. Unless I cut it at each part and then planted it, maybe that would do something. But now, so I'm learning, like, okay, where is it gonna grow from? Like the roots are here. So is it kind of like a Hoya where the roots come right under the leaves, or does it come anywhere like a Hoya? But sometimes, like with my Hoyas, yes, it does root anywhere, but the first roots that come out are like right under where the leaves are. And it kind of looks like that's the same thing with this as well. So again, it's just giving me something like to learn about, something interesting to be like, okay, it's not your usual aroid. How does it grow? So I'm just looking, I have it in here. Okay. I have another little tiny piece that I got from Wish Wednesday. This little piece here, but yeah, I'm gonna just get me a full plant, because I could have some patience, but I don't have patience to wait for these little 2 pieces. And these kind of look different, and she did say that these might. So this is a Hope. You see how round it is. This I don't think is a Peperomia Hope. She did say she thinks it's some other type of Peperomia, but she wasn't sure. But I like it because, again, it has the orange petiole, and if you saw it in the clip from Longwood, it had that bright orange petiole like this, and I thought the leaves did kind of have that striping in it a little bit. So I don't know which Peperomia this is. They're obviously not the same. So if you guys know in the comments below, let me know which one is which. I'm pretty sure this is the Hope. It does have some like faint veining, but obviously the shape is different. I like them both though, and I could definitely go for a pot of both, or a mixed pot of both. I think that'd be really cute. So that is the Peperomia that I found interest in. I will throw up on the screen a couple of other ones here that are not the ones that you see in the store all the time. They are easy to find, but I don't see these that often. And so this first one is the Clucifolia, I believe, because every time I looked up Clucifolia, I got like 2 completely different looking plants. So this might be a Clucifolia, I'm not sure, but the one with the dark green and that dark outer trim around the leaf, that I found really interesting. And when I saw one in the store, I believe I saw it when I did my shop with me, my first shop with me in Dallas. I'll link it up in the cards if you haven't seen it. The leaves come out a nice big round size, like ovally round size, and it was paddly, it was a nice full plant, and I think it was only like $20 to $30. So I thought that was a good option. It's not your usual tiny little leaf Peperomia. And then this other one here, which I think also came up as a Clucifolia, which obviously looks completely different. But again, I don't know anything about them, which is why I think it's interesting to look into them and talk about them. But the coloration in there is different. It's not my cup of tea, but it's different. If you're looking for something different, you like pink or red, that combo, there you go. So that is it. Is that it for Peperomias? Yeah, that's it for Peperomias. Okay. The next category, which again, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, so I'm gonna just be repetitive here and talk about begonias, because it's the same thing with peperomias. You know, like I wasn't really into begonias at first, but when you find one that you like, and you have to find one that you like the way it looks, because that's what's gonna make you interested in trying to learn more about it and how it grows and how it's different, you know, how the experience might be different growing it. You cannot just pick up one that you see that everybody has and be like, okay, I'm gonna try this out, because if you're not really interested in it, it's not gonna go well, it's gonna die on you, or you're not gonna pay attention to it. It's just, you know, it's a waste, you know. So take the time to do your research and find one that you really love. And now I realize that I forgot to bring mine down, so hold on one second. Oh, and I just watered it. Shucks. Okay. So the begonia that I have is my Begonia Sinbad, which I really love. So I too was really not into begonias at all, because the texture of the leaf was a little odd to me, and also it just wasn't your like paddly heart-shaped leaf, so I didn't have the interest for it at the time. But when I saw this one, now what caught me with this one is how iridescent the leaf is. Like it has, I don't know if it's picking up on here, but I will insert, you know, if it's not picking up on here, how iridescent it looks. This might be a little bleached because it does get a lot of light from my southwest facing window, but as you can see, it's growing like a beast, so I'm probably not going to move it. And I have it like held up by this stick here and a whole lot of zip ties, because it probably needs more, because this is already hanging over like this. This thing can grow to be a tree, okay? I don't have the polka dot one, but I saw the polka dot one in a store down here in Deep Ellum, and when I say it was a tree, it was a tree. Okay, so these have so much potential to really be a nice big statement piece in your home. And if you like flowers and you want your plants to flower, this thing flowers like crazy. Like it's literally never not flowering. It's been flowering since I got it, probably in May, and it hasn't stopped. It has not stopped. Sometimes it's annoying because there's little flowers everywhere, but it's really beautiful. It is a begonia, so it does like water. I do have it in a self-watering pot here, which I do like. I am gonna do a video in the future about soil, because it is in soil, and I have been playing with soil. And I've been playing with soil in self-watering pots to kind of give me the whole semi-hydro vibe. So if you're interested in this self-watering pot, it is from Joe Fami. I will have the link in the description below. I do like it because it comes with a little spout thing here. Again, like I said, I will do a in-depth video in the future because I want to do it in combination with talking about soil mix. So I'm still playing around with this soil mix, and yeah, so that's all I'll say about it for now. But find you a begonia that you're interested in if you're looking for something different, because they do grow differently. They love water, but they do love light. So it's like finding the right, you know, care combination balance for them. So it'll definitely give you a different growing experience. And plus they're great for terrariums too. So that's the whole entire another experience, you know, is having a terrarium, which is something I do want to get into as well. I just haven't, there's so many things I want to do, but there's just not enough time, you know, so, but yeah. And then before we switch plants, I'm just going to throw up on the screen here some other begonias. So if you think that there is a lot of types of philodendrons, begonias are on another level. Like I couldn't even tell you the names. I don't even think I have the names of these plants. I just literally went on Steve's Leaves, who was like known for the selection of begonias, and just picked out some interesting looking ones. The only one I know the name of, I'll put it up on here, is the Milano Ballata, and it has those black dots on it, looking real extraterrestrial. So that's a really interesting looking one. I think that one grows a little more compact though. And then the other one here, again, I'm sorry, I don't know the names of these. If you like pink, this gives you a little pink vibe. And the next one, the polka dot one, I don't think they call this the maculata though, but there's one very similar that you can get from Walmart, the maculata, the angel wing, you know, it comes with the two the two wings, the two leaves that look like angel wings. They come two at a time, and that's really gorgeous too. That was the one, that first one I really wanted, but then when I saw that Sinbad, I had to get that one. I had to get that one. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the different varieties that there are. And Steve's Leaves is a great place to kind of start and see what you might like for begonias, or what you might find yourself interested in. And listen, I'm just like encouraging you guys to look at different types of plants, but if you do not care to look at other different types of plants, please, I will not be offended. I don't care at all. I'm just trying to share my experience and what I did to kind of help, you know, spice it up, because I don't want to get bored, you know, with my plants. So I just wanted to put that out there. The next type of plants are jewel orchids. So jewel orchids are interesting. They are types of orchids, but they're different. Ludicia, I believe, is the family genus of jewel orchids. And I do have two, yeah, I have two to show. The first one is, which one is this one called? Okay, this one is called the Discolor, and it has the two different colors here with the veining and then the leaf like a greenish, oh yeah, dark green. This is just so pretty. I know I have a clip of this with the light hitting it. I'm gonna insert that. And this has been growing pretty easily, actually. I think this is the newest leaf. It's putting out one in here as well. And I was gonna grow this in a terrarium, but then I saw that it kind of grows like sprawling out, and so I'm going to get a nice wide shallow planter to put it in and just let it go crazy. But I just think it's really pretty. It does get some pretty flowers as well, and yeah, it's just something a little different, you know, just a little different growth pattern. From what I understand, I'm gonna insert, maybe I'll put it in the description. There's a video that Erica Lodis, she just did about her jewel orchid, and she had a nice big wide one, and it was looking kind of crazy, and she like rehabbed it and put it back together, and she gave a lot of good information about how it grows and stuff. So I learned a lot from there, and then also from Orchid Girl, I learned a lot from hers as well about taking care of these. So I just like, I don't know, just delving into a little bit of a project with plants. So I just noticed how kind of like hot peachy pink, like I know that it has this pink striping, but it really looks like this hot peachy pink, and it's really pretty. And I keep saying I don't like pink plants. Maybe I do, because this is pink and it's gorgeous to me. The Discolor. The other one that I have, which it almost didn't make it to this video, is the Macodes. So you guys saw when I unboxed this in my Tycon dupe video. The order, I got this from We Love Plants, and Lulu almost ate it. So I almost rotted this. It definitely rotted at the stem, like where it meets the soil, and I think I just had it too wet, so it literally like it's not attached, but it has a tiny little root growing there on the side. So all I did was just move it over and put it in a different part of the soil and hope that that little root starts to take. I had it under a dome because I thought, you know, as a tiny little jewel orchid, that it would want to be in like a terrarium vibe. And so maybe I just went too hard with it. I don't know. It's not a part of the learning process. So I'm still learning how to take care of this. I'm happy it made it to this video and that it's still alive. Look at it now, because you might not ever see it again. But this one is known for its like lightning, sparkly lightning pet leaves. I was gonna say petals, leaves, and that makes it really interesting. So that's the ones that I have. Of course, there are others. And for a lot of these, for some reason, I was looking on Etsy. I know there's plenty of other places to buy plants, but Etsy is usually a good place to start to see what different varieties look like. So that's where I found some of these pictures, like the names of them, and then I was able to go on Instagram and find the actual pictures. So I don't know the name right now. I'm sorry of this one, but it's interesting because the veining is a little more intricate than the one that I have. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then this one is called White something. Let's see. Oh yeah, the name is there. Oh, rattlesnake. Okay, I was wrong. But that's cool because it's like a white instead of that lime green. So if you don't like the lime green, there's a white version. And then this is the one that I have here. They call it sea turtle? Is that what I have? Okay. Sea turtle, this color. I don't know. But the super dark green with the peach green, the peach pink. Okay, let's try again. The super dark green leaf with the peachy pink veining is beautiful. That's why I love it. Okay, moving on. The next group of plants are Sinningia. Well, okay, let me start over. The next plant is Sinningia Leucotricha, but there are a whole bunch of Sinningias, but I couldn't get with any of those. But this one, which I've probably seen before, the fuzzy leaf one, it is the cutest. I'm so mad. I said before I was mad I didn't get the other plant in time. I'm mad I didn't get this plant in time. And the only reason I didn't get it is because I kept seeing different ones for sale on Facebook or eBay or Etsy, but they had like barely 2 leaves on them, or it was just the seed. Is it a seed? What does it come from? Is it like a Caudex plant? I think it might be like a Caudex plant also, because yeah, it is. It comes like with the seed, and they were just coming like that with no leaf. And I'm like, but what if the leaf doesn't grow in time? Like, what if I kill it because I never grew it before? So I wanted one that already had a couple leaves on it, and I couldn't find one that I liked. But look at the fuzz. Like, it's just the fuzziest little thing. When I did go to the plant market maybe a couple weeks ago, I saw something that looked like this, but the name was not the same and the leaves were bigger. And then I know there's the plant that's called like the lamb's ear or something, which is similar to this as well, but it's just so weird to me, like how fuzzy and furry it is. So it's just interesting. It's very interesting. And then of course I had to throw up here Plant Life Lex. She has a really cute one. She just started her YouTube channel. So if you're not following Plant Life Lex on Instagram or subscribe to her channel, go look for her. She has a plant shop, so a lot of her videos are kind of surrounding that, and it's really cool to see. So check out Plant Life Lex. But she has the cutest Sinningia up here, so of course I had to throw that up there. But yeah, as I keep looking through these plants, I'm like getting excited about looking for these plants now, because I really haven't been pressed to buy plants, which thank goodness I haven't, because I just went through this whole phase where I just bought every plant that I saw for like a month and a half. So I do need a break. But as I'm like looking on Facebook and everything at people's purges, and everybody kind of has, the same kinds of things, the philodendrons, the anthuriums, the monsteras, and it's like, yeah, seen it there. I would like something else, so now this is going to be nice because it gives me a little hunt, to look for these different plants. Of course, I've gotten spoiled where I really didn't have to buy plants online anymore, but for these, I'm gonna just have to go online again and look for these. So the last plant group is the Piper plants, and I do have one of these as well. I did order this in my We Love Plants order, which you guys will have probably seen, and that is my Piper croccatum. And I do love this plant as well. Like, it's just so interesting looking. So what I have learned so far with this plant is that when it's dehydrated, the leaves are super soft, like other plants too. So it seems like it's flimsy, but it's actually quite firm because it can be so limp. Like it can feel like you're gonna tear it. And then it has these crystals on the back that it gets. I don't know if this is some type of like excretion of extra floral nectaries, maybe. They're kind of crystalline hard now, but actually it looks kind of pretty, to be honest. But this is the croccatum, and just like all the other plant groups, there are so many types of Pipers. So I found a video on YouTube where it was like 100 different types of Pipers. So I'm gonna throw up one that I really want to look for next. That is fire. When y'all see it, y'all gonna be like, bruh. Let me see, hold on. This one. Oh, I don't have the name. Okay, I can't find the name. If I find the name, I'll put it on there. I don't have it on here, but it is this one here. It's like the velvety version of what I have, like the dark green with the pink in there. All right, I like pink plants, fine. Like, geez, I keep saying I don't like pink plants, but all of these plants that I really like are pink. Fine, I like pink plants, whatever. But this is the velvetyness. The velvetyness of this is just fire. Yeah, and I think this is on Etsy as well, but you see that price, $85. That's why it's over there and not over here. But anywho, they have a white one as well, like, you know, we're used to with the white variegated plant. So if you like an elbow type variegated plant, they got a white one too. And then, okay, I'm gonna throw this image up. It shows the difference between the crocatum and the ornatum, and that was something that I was confused about too, because they look so similar. And if you guys remember, I was asking like, oh, is it the lighting that's different about my plant? Why is the leaf, you know, is a little lighter than what I expected? And it's not. It's because there's two different ones. So the crocatum, which is what I have, it is a little lighter, a lighter green, versus the ornatum, which has a darker green. So I don't know if I'm pressed enough to get the ornatum. I probably, if I knew that there was two different ones, I probably would have waited and got the ornatum, but I don't know if I'm going to go out and go get the ornatum at this point. But just in case you were wondering, there are two different ones that look very similar. One is a little bit lighter, the other one's a little darker. The darker one is the ornatum. But whatever the name of this other velvety one is, I need that one. I need that one. So that is all for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed, you know, seeing different types of plants other than what we're used to seeing. It doesn't mean that I don't love my philodendrons and my anything, because I do. I love my large petality leaves. And if you can't see it in the frame here, my Homalomina, I'm in love with this plant. Like I'm really in love with this plant. I think that's an underrated plant too, because people don't really be talking about Homalominas, but I talk about Homalominas, you know, so I didn't want to bring it up because I know I already talk about it, but it's not a generally accepted and sought after plant. I do not know why. Oh, I had one more plant to show you guys as an honorary mention. I remembered, but I don't remember what plant it is. Hold on. So the last plant I almost forgot that I wanted to mention and show you guys was the Dischidia Million Hearts. There is a variegated version of this plant that I want as well. It's really cute. And I don't know, lately I've just been I don't mind small leaf plants if they're clustered and vining like this. I just think it's so adorable and cute. So it's cute because it's kind of like has a little vine going up. It's in a hanging pot, so it's kind of like laying up against the strings that's holding it up, and then it's draping down, and it's just really cute. Like, and it's been growing pretty well for me. And again, I had no idea. I just got this on Facebook from someone selling it. I think maybe $10-15, I don't know. And I didn't know anything about growing it. I just kind of asked her like, hey, what is it like, you know? And then I kind of did a little research, and it was like, oh, let it dry out. So I think I watered it maybe yesterday. So it's pretty, you know, well watered. You can see it's kind of dark in there, but I let it dry all the way out, and it seems pretty happy. I mean, it did get like some yellowing at first when I first got it. Some of the leaves started to yellow a little bit on the tips. So I was like, okay, you're letting it dry out too much. But other than that, it's been doing fine. And then it had the tiniest little white flower on it. I'll show, you can see where it was here because it died. But was another one coming up? I don't know, I can't tell, but you're probably not gonna be able to see it, but where that little yellow spot is where a flower was. I'll insert the picture up here. It was the tiniest, cutest little flower. I was like, if this thing gets a bunch of those, that will be so cute. So yeah, it flowers, these cute little tiny flowers. I want the variegated version. I think We Love Plants has one as well. It's just not as full as I would like it to be. Like, it's not as full as this. That's kind of why I haven't bought it, but it has this pretty, I'll just put the picture up there, whitish type of pinkish. It's, to me, I don't really care for string of plants, like string of things, like string of hearts, string of pearls, all those type of plants. I don't really care for those, but the variegated Million Hearts reminds me of the variegated string of hearts, but better. You know what I'm saying? So that is just, this is the last one I wanted to mention. I didn't want to forget. So yeah, it's a little different growing pattern, give you a different growing experience, a little different vibe, but also still really cute. Okay, so I think that's everything for real. Let me think before I'm just looking around. No, that's it. That's it for real this time. So thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like my content and you'd like to see more. And then if you like the video, don't forget to like the video. Thank you for watching and have a good night.